If you have blueberries, sugar, and lemon, you're only 3 ingredients away from making this delicious homemade blueberry jam. It's fresh, perfectly sweet, and so easy to make, you might not go back to store-bought. So join me and let me show you how to make it. We're starting with our blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen blueberries for this recipe, so use whichever you have on hand. Go ahead and add your blueberries to a saucepan. Then we're going in with our sugar. You can adjust the sweetness slightly depending on how sweet your blueberries are, but keep in mind the sugar also helps give our jam that beautiful consistency. Next, add some fresh lemon juice. This is going to balance out the sweetness and brighten up the blueberry flavor. Now we're going to let everything cook down over medium heat. As the blueberries start to soften, they'll release all those juices. And friends, I have the exact measurements listed in the video description below, so you have a good starting point, but definitely feel free to tweak this recipe to your own taste. If you like your jam a little sweeter or a little more tart, just make it your own. And once they soften, I like to gently mash them. You can make yours as smooth or as chunky as you like. I personally like leaving a few pieces of blueberries here and there. Now we're just going to let this simmer on low heat and give it some time to reduce. Make sure to stir every now and then, especially as it starts to thicken, because we don't want anything sticking or burning at the bottom. And don't worry if it still looks a little loose at this stage, it's completely normal. As it reduces, you will notice the mixture getting thicker and more concentrated, and it will continue to thicken even more as it cools. And this is where you start seeing some transformation. We're not using any cornstarch or any added pectin. The mixture will gradually reduce and thicken as it cooks. And don't worry if it looks a little loose while it's hot. The jam is going to thicken even more as it cools. So you don't want to overcook it trying to get that final jam consistency while it's still on the stove. Once it's ready, we're just going to take it off the heat and let it cool before transferring it into our clean jar container. And just look at the difference once it's cooled. It's thick, glossy, and you still have those little pieces of blueberries running through it. So why buy blueberry jam when it's this easy to make it at home? You only need 3 simple ingredients. You can control how sweet or tart you want it, and there is no added pectin or anything complicated. Plus, there's just something about homemade jam. That blueberry flavor really comes through. You can make it exactly how you like it. And that's it. Our homemade blueberry jam is done, and honestly, it does not get much easier than this. If you enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment what you would put this jam on. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and blessed always.